Aloha, I'm going to walk and talk and see what comes out while I'm moving on Panther Meadows. As far as you can drive on Mount Shasta. And I wanted to share some messages I've been getting from my brother, Sean. Many of you know I lost about 9 months ago. It's so surreal. I still grieve a lot. It's so untangible, this thought and memory that he's not in this physical plane anymore, in this body, making silly remarks, making fun of me on social media. Now in my Facebook memories, I'll see like the wise ass cracks he makes, and I used to think is so silly and shake my head, and now I miss all of his comments and commentary, and that he really took in and noticed all the small stuff I shared and all of that, and that's where we can be thankful for technology, to be connected to our loved ones in that way, even though it seems so mundane. And so I thought I'd just share a few messages that I've gotten from him through other channels, through spirit, through just knowing from my heart. And they're helping me a lot. They're bringing a lot of love into my heart because I love him so much, and that's why this wisdom is from a reliable source. You know, when we have that unconditionality with someone, and there's probably going to be some tears here, so I just happen to be a really lucky person that I loved 100% of my brother. You know, I know there are some issues with some siblings, but he's the only one I knew, 8 years younger. And so basically the first message from a medium was that he said that he knew he was sick, or he had a heart issue, but he didn't want to tell anyone because he wanted people just to live their life. You know, he didn't want people focusing on him and how he was eating or what his lifestyle was. So he kept it to himself, and he just wanted people to enjoy their life, you know, like a true Taurian. He loved his creature comforts, food and music and fun and the drink and the party and the socializing and the celebrating and the deep listening and deep sharing. And fortunately, we got to have a lot of life together and travels and quality time. You know, you can't ask for more than that, so there are no regrets there. But basically, the message is, you know, live your life. He doesn't want us to mourn him and be in grief and looking back. You know, it's nice to remember. It's nice to feel the pain, loss, and grief because of the love that we're missing, the connection that we're missing. But he basically said, live your life. Love your life. Little beauty break here on Panther Meadows. Fresh running water. Wildflowers. And the full moon might be rising any moment. So, let's get back to the story time. So basically, life is short. He did model editing all the good stuff, the quality of life that he enjoyed. The foods, the music, the soundtrack to his life, the concerts he visited at the Hollywood Bowl. And he liked, according to him, in his own words, he said, Verusis, I like being a sheeple. Like, I don't have to go against the crowd. I like being mainstream. He liked being the everyman that everyone could just share their woes with, their worries, and he just gave that silent listening, and he was like that non-judgmental rock. So he really, as the everyman, quote unquote, really represented in a non-spiritual, non-religious way, unconditional love. That everyone thought they were his best friend. I mean, even him and I called each other BFF and started every text with, "Hey BFF." And then I started going keto and eating beef 2 years ago, so he started calling me, "Hey beefy sister," BFF beefy sister, with a slab of meat icon.
Almost to the meadow?
Almost.
Did you get a picture of the sunset?
I did.
Oh, was it nice?
Yes. I'm talking story to the video. I never do this. Hey, about my brother who passed away, and I'm giving a message, so I'll share it with you too. It's recording this live. I'm not that great at editing. He was an editor, but I'm just sharing that his message is love everybody.
Oh, thank you.
Like unconditional love to everyone, no judgment, and
It's hard to do.
I know, right? But it's like that's the message he keeps hammering me with. And like my song to him was Elton John's "This Is Your Song." You can have this is your song. And he just like through spirit keeps telling me, well, the joke of that song is this is everybody's song. Like sing it to the tree, sing it to the rock, sing it to your neighbor, because we all just want to feel seen and special.
Right.
And everyone thought he was his best friend. They were his best friend.
So
sweet. I'm just trying to pay that forward, and that's why I'm trying to record that right now.
Okay. Well, you're doing great.
Thank you.
Keep it up.
I always get to share stories on this path.
Oh, good.
Well, enjoy it. And the
Thank
water is really tasty. If you ever drink from the one that comes down there, it's so tasty today.
Thank you.
All right, enjoy. Little interruption to share more love with the people that made it all the way up this mountain to come visit Panther Meadows. And I'm probably not going to edit this, so maybe these messages are mundane, but so basically I've been overwhelmed lately with giving messages, returning messages, and wanting to give everyone like a VIP message back and personalize it and all of this and keep them separated, and want to acknowledge everyone. And I'm just getting like, it's just not a lot of time. We only have so much disk space and life force that it's really about, if we're going to go live on social media or whatever, and then it turns out, just your closest friends and your family see it, well then make it for them. What if everyone in this world is your closest friend? And if you start talking to them like that and really sharing your personal stuff, that does create intimacy, that does create connection. And why would you want to separate stories, that you'd share with a best friend with a story of like the stranger I just passed on the path, right? Like in our humanity, that's where we connect. That's when we get rewarded, or where we get rewarded. And if you're going to meet someone in the flesh, these are the moments. What we're going to remember is how someone made you feel. And everyone at Sean's memorial, he made them feel like he was their best friend. So we all just want to be seen and loved. And so my prayer today is like being open, stop discriminating who deserves my story or my truth or how I'm feeling. Only those who care are going to listen in anyway. Those who don't care are not going to listen. And even if people are judgy or jealous or whatever, they might still be secretly inspired down the road that someone could be authentic. Sometimes it feels really uncomfortable when someone is too authentic or sharing the things we don't usually share, like death, right? But we're going to have to normalize this because a lot of us are grieving. A lot of us are losing loved ones. Every day I'm meeting people who are facing death in the family, in their friend circle, all of that. And we are here for such a short time, so let's celebrate being alive while we can, finding the gratitude. I wanted to record some little tapping videos here today, and I forgot what the third one was, and I'm just remembering it. And that is complaining. My brother used to always say, like, why do you complain so much? We had different lives because I grew up in Germany, and Germans like to point out what's wrong, what's not working, what isn't right, how things could be better. And so he probably wasn't used to that when it come to America and go on and on about that. So what I learned from my Kumu, my Hawaiian teacher too, about approaching the mountain, any mountain really, this one just happens to be a pretty tall mountain, is you leave your worries at the base of the mountain. You make your prayers for yourself and your family and your ancestors and all of those who went before us, who made this pilgrimage, who made prayers on the mountain, like strengthen their prayers. And then you go up as an empty vessel to receive. And you just are here to receive what Creator wants to share with you. And not a place to come up and complain about your life to somebody. So I'm talking to myself and just wanted to share that, is that I feel like that just ties into the message from my brother of like, love life. Find the things you love and then share those things, because that's what everyone remembers about him. All the great restaurants, all the great food, great cocktails, all the great bands, all the great music changed everyone's life. So share what you love. And I love the mountain. I love nature. I love my brother. So that's why I am taking a step further, because that's the message I got from him, is to share myself with everybody. So whoever's meant to see this will, and just want to welcome you to the mountain. And you can tell everybody that this is your song. Now that you're gone, wonderful life is while you're in the world. Let's tune into your dreams. What dreams do you want to realize while you're here? What steps can you take? What brings you joy and makes you laugh? What puts a smile on your face? Still waiting for that moon to rise.